Would you move to Chicago? Would you relocate your family to Chicago and just say, let's see how we can do this? No, I'm not moving to Chicago. I would never move to Chicago. You know why? I don't want to be murdered. They call it the Windy City. I call it the Death City. I'm not moving to Chicago. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm living it up. Yeah, I'm not moving to Chicago. Would you? Well, Coach Berhalter, or what I like to call him, baby, little blue, binky sucking infant child Berhalter. That's what I like to call him, baby brother. He's asking people to join his staff. They want to hire many coaches to be part of their U16, their U17s, U18 national teams to be part of his system and hang out in Chicago. But you got to move to Chicago. You got to hang out with them. You got to sit in. You got to be in the same room so you guys can all evolve together and suck from the same binky that baby blue brother infant child does, with Ernie Stewart pulling the strings, going, woohoo, look at me, I'm making them do what I want. They don't have coaches. They have one youth national team coach. They can't get coaches because no one's like wanting to be part of that system. No one wants to relocate to a place where you would assume Ernie Stewart and Berhalter eventually be fired, but I doubt it because they're part of the corrupt system of who do you know? I know everybody. My brother will protect me. Votes don't matter because we have corruption at the highest levels of U.S. soccer. It's crazy. So they're truly trying to get all their national team staff coaches to move to Chicago, sit in a room where they'll get a whiteboard and they'll go over systems of play and show how do you possess in the back, and and how they develop a culture within the U.S. national team. They're so backwards. That's not our problem. Our problem is we don't have players. I don't care what systems of play and all this. I used to do this when I first started coaching. I did this for like 10 years. When I first started coaching, I'm like, I'm going to come up with the secret formula to get these kids to play the right system. You know, I've tried everything. Like, hey, we're going to play in and play out to serve balls in. We're going to play in, and then we're going to go to the other side, do the number system. We're gonna do a 4-3-3, and we're gonna do a 4-1-2-3, which same thing. You know, we're gonna play with one holding mid. We're gonna play two attacking mids. Every time the 10 gets a ball, the 7-11s will run out wide for breakaways. They'll come back in and then run across, and we'll have all these secret plays. It's all tactics. You can't do it. It's not possible. You need players. If you can recruit and you can create a safe environment where you're managing it and you're a true manager, then you can win. The problem is baby blue, binky sucking, infant child Berhalter and company think it's about tactics. We're going to come up with the right tactics and create a culture from up high, and then everyone will follow suit. It doesn't work. We need players. And unless we develop players at the youngest ages in the right communities and develop everyone and make it affordable for all, that's the only way. It's kind of like the ODP. There's a reason Cal South tends to win all the ODP stuff in our region, because it's free to them. They tend to have the most success. Of course, they're bigger, but it's about players. It's not about some secret system. We got to start where it matters the most. It starts with the grassroots. We need to develop the right ones, but we're in this whole money grab. And now, when I say money grab, listen, if you're paying for club soccer, there's nothing wrong with it. Here's the problem. U.S. Soccer caters to that. They cater to it. Versus, I think U.S. Soccer should take on the pay-to-play model and go into the inner cities and develop talent, and really, versus just throwing money. Oh, here you go. We'll put a field up for you. Oh, yay. No, you got to go in. You got to put time. You got to send your coaches there and develop the right talent. I just don't understand why we're not doing it. I mean, all the Premier Leagues, if you look at the Premiership, you know, Man City, Liverpool, Man U, all of them, they're they're sending academies in Africa, and they go in. They send coaches there. They develop in Africa. Why? There's athletes over there. That's where they're doing it. They're all over Africa, and not many people know that. They are. And what we're doing over here, just in Phoenix alone, there's so many refugees over here. We're one of the top drop zones for refugees in the United States. So many athletes over here in the inner cities of Phoenix, Arizona, and U.S. Soccer won't go near them. I will, but what's my pathway? I'll give them a university, and then, yeah, we'll see. But I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna do my part. But U.S. Soccer won't. It's not. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that they want. They want to sip on their tea and have their crumpets and just feel safe. Well, I don't know. They're in Chicago. That's pretty scary. They must be in some very nice part of Chicago. But it's all goofy. Kind of like this podcast. It's just goofy. Nothing makes sense. And it's just weird. So Baby Blue Berhalter of U.S. Soccer, Ernie Stewart, you keep doing what you're doing. I would hope one day that they fire you. Something needs to happen. You know what we need? We need a Donald Trump that becomes the president of U.S. Soccer and just blows the whole thing up. Blow it up. That's what we want. It needs to start over. We need it to crumble and start over or something. I just want something to happen. So, anyways, this is Coach Cameron's podcast of Crazy on this one-take drive to work. And you guys all have a blessed day, and I'm out. Goodbye.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.